Do you know obedience can unlock faithfulness? And how faithfulness can unlock fearlessness? A lot of times we question God's motive and we're like, God, why me? Why me? Why me? And then he says, why not you? You don't think that you're worthy enough. In the last video I said, God said, stop saying that you're not worthy. It doesn't matter what family you came from. It doesn't matter what sin you committed. You cannot be that far from God because God is always after you. He's always chasing after you. The more you allow the Holy Spirit to renew your mind and break the strongholds, the more confidence in God and the trust. Because remember, sometimes we lack trust. We lack trust in God because he didn't show up in an area where we wanted him to show up last time. Not realizing that maybe, just maybe, that rejection was his protection. So if we learn how to trust God now, and knowing that the plans that he has for us shall not harm us, but it shall prosper us, that he sees something in us that we can't even identify in ourselves, that he knows the purpose. He knows how many hairs is on your head. He loved you so much that he sent his only begotten son into the world. If we could just realize that and not compare him to what our parents didn't do and how our loved ones didn't show up and how that man or that wife hurt us, and begin to realize that there is no comparison to what God can do. And we start to have faith and that confidence and knowing, oh my goodness, God, you were there. I thought I wanted that. And you told me no because it was going to harm me. Oh, wait, you didn't say no. You said not yet. And you start to believe, because once you get those visions and you get that light inside, and you know when God puts something on your heart, baby, you can't run from it. You can say no to him, but it's something about that. I disappointed God. I don't want to disappoint God again. So when you become obedient into what he's telling you, it will unlock more faith, because then he'll start to show up. You be like, I didn't know you was going to show up like this. Yes, that's how he's showing up. Sometimes we get so focused on what it looks like. God, I don't, that vision, that don't look like that right now. I know. Because this is the part where you're pregnant. Now we got to give birth to this thing. But the vision and that version that I gave you is when it becomes an adult. It's in a different season, baby. If I gave you the vision of how it looked like in the beginning, you definitely would have told me no. But I need you to trust me, because trust and believe, that vision is only one part. Now I start to get full of faith, because now I got trust. Now I'm like, okay, I know you could do it. I seen you do it here. I seen you do it there. I just was in the book of Samuel, because I'm like, God, I'm beating myself up a lot sometimes, because I know I'm not perfect. I still question God, why me? I still be like, well, I've done this, I've done that. And he tells me every time, it doesn't matter how great your sin was. I washed it away. I know you still struggle there. That's okay. If you give that to me, if you let me put that light on that darkness, the one that you keep trying to hide and cover up, I can transform that thing. So, as we're in this walk and in this season with God, the obedience will lock faithfulness. Because the more you're obedient, the more you start to trust God, the more you can start to have faith in knowing he was there And wait a minute, he did that for them. So when I said I was in the book of Samuel, it's amazing to me how Samuel's mom, her womb was closed. But she had faith like no other to keep going before God and crying. And you know what God does with your tears, right? He keeps them. There is no tear that God has not and put it somewhere close and near to him. And then we also have to realize, is this a spirit of delay? Is it? Have you done everything that you were supposed to do? Have you been obedient? Have you been praying? Have you been fasting? Have you been allowing God to heal those wounds? And have you been forgiving? Or is it God's hand saying, I still need to mature this thing inside you. I still need to mature this thing that you're getting ready to birth. I still need to help you feed this thing. I still need to help you nourish this thing. But if you give it to me, even when you don't feel like it, even when you are tired of this thing, even when you don't see the fruits of this thing, if you just surrender it to me and you meet me halfway. Shoot, sometimes God ain't even asking you to meet him halfway. He's like, can you just start walking? So my question right now is, where you at with that thing God gave you? And are you being obedient? Guys, I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video.